Forgotten. And now we are recording. Let me go back here. Perfect. Can you guys hear me okay?
All right. Yeah. Yes.
I'll try to enunciate and use my theater voice. Welcome. I hope you guys are excited for the Belize trip. We're going to have an incredible time. Last year we had an excellent group, and I know this year will be even better. So I'm looking forward to meeting all you guys here shortly in a couple weeks. And get ready for Belize. You're going to love it. We're going to show you a great time. You're going to meet a lot of wonderful people, and of course, the kids that we'll be working with throughout the week. They always really enjoy having the last year. They really enjoyed having HTU come down, and they've already been asking when you guys are coming back down because they haven't had as much fun since you left. So they're very excited. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to go over the itinerary, over packing list, over the pre-trip information, and then open it up. If you guys have any questions about anything, I'm here to answer those, and just basically get you ready, and so you know what you're in for, and then yeah, and that's it. We could open up for Q and then we'll just and then we'll close it down. Should take about 40 minutes tops, and then you guys can carry on with your evening. I know everybody's busy. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to send this all to you, so you don't need to worry about taking notes or anything like that. I'll send this PDF packet to you, and you can kind of just use this as a reference throughout the trip. You know, some things throughout the itinerary might change slightly, but you'll experience everything that's included in there. But just depending on weather or any other circumstances, some things might have to be altered around. But you'll experience it all, so it'll be good. We're going to be flying out of Austin, Texas, so your home base, taking Southwest Airlines, leaving at the first flight's at 9 a.m. So, guys, I recommend that you get to the airport at 7 a.m., okay? Try to build in a minimum of 2 hours and build in a little bit of extra cushion if you can. That way, if you have any car trouble or unexpected traffic or anything like that, we don't want you to have to rush for your departure flight. So, build in a little bit extra time, and you can catch up on some sleep on the plane. Not a worry. But you're going to fly from Austin to Houston, and then from Houston to Belize City, and then we'll be waiting for you outside of the airport in Belize City. The weather, guys, when you get down to Belize, it's going to be tropical, so it'll be in the 80s, probably about 85, and nice and warm and humid and beautiful. So don't bring your winter jacket, please. It's going to be warm, and you're going to arrive around 1:20 p.m. And then we'll head into Belize City, and we'll get you guys checked in, and we'll do an orientation, get you familiar with Belize City, and then we'll have a delicious welcome dinner at Miss Marva's. Does that sound good, Rev? Can we go back to Miss Marva's?
And that sounds different.
Yes, that sounds
Sounds great. Is Godfrey going to be our driver again this year? Is it going to be Godfrey?
Godfrey will be the driver again. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Guys, just here are a couple notes. We want you to try to pack light, okay? We know that you need to bring everything down, but try not to bring large 6-month type suitcases. I encourage you to carry your bags on the plane with you for a couple reasons. The main reason is that your luggage will arrive with you. So I know it sounds impossible, but I'm sure Rev will assure you that it's very possible. And I think everyone last year carried their luggage on the plane, or if not the majority. Is that
Everybody.
everybody?
Everybody.
Perfect. Yes, you guys can do it. We've got a lot of packing tips in here. Just bring down what you need. Don't overpack, and you'll be fine. But basically, you're allowed a smaller suitcase or a sports bag that can go above your seat, and then you're allowed a backpack, for example, that can go under your seat. So with those two bags, you should definitely be able to pack for a spring break trip. And if you are having trouble fitting everything into those two bags, kind of determine what you really need, what you don't need, and you'll have the opportunity to do laundry while you're down there as well. But with those two bags, what's allocated, you'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, carry on your bags if you can. It's only a suggestion, but I highly recommend you do it so that way you can make sure that everything arrives when you arrive as well. Now, guys, when you are carrying on your, if we have any first-time travelers here, in regards to flights. If you're carrying your luggage on the plane, everything needs to be broken down into 3-ounce bottles. Okay, you can't bring the big bottles of shampoo or the big bottles of lotion. Those all have to be broken down into smaller bottles, and you're allowed to bring 10 of those 3-ounce bottles with you, and it all needs to fit within size a quart-sized bag. Okay. But again, don't bring anything in a bigger bottle than that because they will take it from you. We don't want you to lose any of your items. If you are bringing down any medications, they need to be in their original bottles. Okay, so make sure that the prescription is on the bottle. Okay, that's if you have any prescription drugs like allergy medication and stuff like that. You'll be fine. Now, guys, very important. I assume, Rev, you guys will probably meet at the check-in counter before going through security, or are you going to let everybody go through on? You going to let everybody go through on their own, and then you guys will meet at the gate. Do you have a plan yet?
You mean, do you have a plan what to go through security?
Yeah. Will you meet? Will everybody meet together prior to going through security and all that?
Yeah, last year we pretty much just tried to stay together.
Okay.
So that we were going right behind each other. So we try to keep a close knit.
Perfect. So in that case, you guys will all meet at the southwest counter, okay, or any location that you decide prior to that. But very important, guys, in case you get separated from the group, this record locator here, J6IPLZ, this is what you're going to use to get your boarding passes for your flight, okay? So you'll use that. You'll have your boarding passes, and then you'll be able to. They'll give you your electronic tickets, and you'll be good to go through security. Okay. I'm going to send this to you guys. Now we've gone over the names a couple times back and forth. If you do see any typos in your name, please let us know as soon as possible, and we'll get those taken care of for you. Okay.
I noticed mine is backwards on there. They have my last name first and my first name.
Okay.
We do have Ladrea Smith is out of order. Is that okay?
Did you already send that correction over to us, Rev?
I did not. I didn't put it first. It's Ladrea Smith instead of Smith Ladrea.
Okay.
If that makes it.
Yeah. Let me. I'll just make a note. Don't worry. We'll have it taken care of first thing tomorrow. Yeah. Let me just write that down. Yeah, Ladrea's first name and then last name Smith. Okay, got you.
Right.
We'll have that taken care of for you right away. Don't worry about that. Everything will be fine. Now, for the room breakdown, I'm sorry, guys, but we do split it up by gender. So the girls will be in one room and the boys will be in other rooms. Okay, we have to keep that separate. Rev, you've got your own room. But the rooms, guys, you'll have they're twin rooms, so 2 to a room in Belize City, or you'll stay overnight one night in Belize City, and then some of the rooms will just have one. We'll just have one person in them. When we get to San Ignacio, where we're going to spend the majority of our trip for 5 nights, we'll have 6 twin rooms, so that's 2 people per room. We'll leave that up to you guys to determine who's going to be roommates, and then Rev, you have your private room. And then when we go down to Hopkins, we're going to have one room that has 4 ladies, one room that has 3 ladies, and then there will be 2 rooms for 2 guys each as well. And there's plenty of room. Don't worry, you're not going to be in tight quarters. But that's the only room breakdowns that they had that would work for us. So I hope that'll be okay for you guys. Everywhere we stay is clean, safe, and well researched, as well as provides a good environment for socializing with other travelers from around the world. So I think you'll enjoy where we stay every time. If you guys need anything at all throughout the trip, and I'll remind that when you arrive, please let us know. We're there to make sure your trip and your experience is perfect. So let us know, and we'll do our best to get it taken care of for you. We're going down to Hopkins this year instead of Keykalker. Hopkins is special because of the Garifuna culture. The Garifuna people are originally from West Africa, believed to be from Ghana or Nigeria. So a lot of the cuisine, the language, even the music, especially the drumming, is spectacular. So we're going to get to go down south to Hopkins and experience that culture as well as all the natural beauty that's there. And we're going to get to go out on the Caribbean Sea and snorkel some of the beautiful coral reef that they have available there. And we'll see all kinds of wildlife like we did last year. I know that was a very popular activity with the group. And in the evening, we'll also do some Griffin drumming lessons, as well as eat the delicious food. So yeah, that's going to be. You guys are going to love it down there. It's very beautiful. It's very very rustic in a way that Hopkins is very authentic. It hasn't been overdeveloped yet, so it's still very authentic. And and in the next 15 years or so, we imagine that it's going to be a bit more developed and lose a little bit of its authenticity. So you're really coming at the perfect time to experience it while it's still authentic and culturally sound. So you'll love it. I know you will. We're gonna be down there for 2 nights down in Hopkins. And guys, all these places that we're going to, especially in Hopkins, I'm sure Rev has a lot of photos from last year in San Ignacio. But all the places that we're going to down in Hopkins, check out the photos and on Google and stuff, and see how beautiful it is. The coral reef in Belize is the second largest in the entire world, and the largest in the Western Hemisphere. The biggest is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. However, the reef in Belize is in much better condition in comparison to the Great Barrier Reef. So much of it is still alive, but unfortunately is dying quickly due to global warming and the heat of the waters changing every year and getting warmer is making it more difficult for the reef life to sustain itself. So you're lucky. You're going down at a time period where you can still see that. It's a question if future generations will be able to. So you're very fortunate in that matter, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction to where we'll be able to preserve it properly, and future generations will also get to experience it. Guys, here are a few examples of luggage. These are your bags don't have to be black; they can be any color you want. These are the pictures that came with them. My bag that I use is the top left one, that backpack there, the Kelty one. But before you go out and buy a new bag or something like that, guys, talk to your friends, family, see if you can borrow anything if you don't have anything. If you do want to purchase your own bag and you don't have one, stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, stores like this, you can get really affordable sports bags or small suitcases for carry-on, much more affordable than other stores. So I suggest starting there. But these are good sized bags that you can carry on the plane. Okay, I do recommend that you bring a larger bag, so a backpack or a rolling suitcase that's carry-on size, and then a smaller backpack that can also be used as like a day bag. So that way, when we're going to the Cornerstone Foundation or we're doing day trips to the Mayan ruins or anything like that, you can have a day bag to carry with you. Okay, so bring 2 bags, one to go overhead and one below your seat. Now, guys, this is a sample packing list. It's a sample, so you don't have to pack everything here, but this provides you a good overview of what you will need, okay? If you bring down jeans, you'll probably be a little bit too hot. So if you do bring down pants or jeans, try to make sure that they're lighter ones because it is humid. It's going to be around 85 every day, okay? And we want you to be comfortable. So shorts, t-shirts, tank tops, a light jacket just in case it's chilly in the evening, or something to take on the boat with you in case it's windy and a little bit chilly on the boat. Nice light jacket. Multiple swimsuits. You guys are going to have a chance to go swimming at the pool, as well as the 2 days that we're in Hopkins. You'll be able to go out into the ocean, the Caribbean Sea. Flip-flops, sandals, some comfortable walking shoes, and when you say hiking shoes, something that's closed-toe preferably, especially when we're going to the Mayan ruins, and if we're going to trek on any trails, you want to have something closed-toed opposed to just open flip-flops. So bring a pair of flip-flops and a pair of comfortable walking shoes. A hat, visor, for example, protect yourself from the sun. Sleepwear appropriate for dormitory. Okay, you guys will have one roommate, if not, and sometimes you might have 3 roommates. So bring appropriate evening wear. Let's see here. Clothing for going out in the evening. So at the end of the day, after we've done all of our volunteer work and our service projects, we'll go out in the evening, have dinner together. Belize is very casual, so bring something to wear out that night. Laundry, there will be opportunity to do laundry throughout the trip, but I'd be surprised if you need to do laundry. It's if you pack smart and you pack light, you should have plenty of options to sustain yourself throughout the week. Now, you will have towels provided to you at Belle Cove in Belize City, as well in San Ignacio. Hopkins, I don't think will have towels provided. Normally, you can rent them from the reception, but sometimes they have issues with the laundromat being backed up, or just in case, bring 1 towel with you, if not 2, but try to make it a thin towel, a quick dry towel. Don't bring anything too big and bulky that can retain too much water, because you don't want to have a towel that starts to mildew. Okay. Let's see here. A day pack, already went over that. You need a day pack to take around with you during the day. A reusable water bottle. The water is paddable in Belize. You can fill it up, but what we're going to do is but down on the Caribbean side, you want to try to avoid tap water whenever possible, especially if you're not used to it. So what we do recommend that you do is purchase, and we're going to take you first thing, is to purchase bottled water. So normally what we do is we purchase some big jugs, or they have these little plastic bags that you can refill your water bottles with. But you may want to bring a water bottle that you can fill up throughout the trip from the big jug. But yeah, again, guys, I'd recommend avoiding drinking the tap water, just because you might not be used to the bacteria, and the last thing we want is for you to get traveler sickness during your spring break program. So we'll remind you about that throughout the program. Sometimes it can be difficult to remember when you're brushing your teeth in the morning and things like that. So we'll remind you throughout. You want to try to bring a gallon Ziploc size bag, so that way inside of your day pack you can put your electronics or everything. So that way if there's a sudden downpour, it can keep it dry. Again, guys, if you do bring any medications, make sure they're in their original bottles. Dramamine, if you do have motion sickness on the boat, things like this, you might need some Dramamine. Imodium, if you do get traveler sickness, if you have any kind of diarrhea or something like that, Imodium's ideal. And then, other things like for headache, these kind of things. You can determine what you need. In any case, if you do become ill or anything like that, we will take you to the local pharmacy and make sure you're taken care of properly. Okay. Again, guys, toiletries, you need to break those down into the little 3-ounce bottles. Normally, you can fit about 10 of those bottles inside of a quart-sized bag, okay? Sunscreen, very, very important. We're a lot closer to the equator. So minimum of SPF 30, in my opinion. Do take the sun very, very seriously. It is quite strong, okay? Whatever electronics you do bring down, make sure that you have chargers. The electrical sockets are the same in the U.S. The voltage is the same as well. However, they do charge. I believe it's a little bit weaker than what we normally have in the States. So things do tend to take longer to charge than they would back home. Also, keep in mind, guys, that sometimes the rooms will only have 1 or 2 electrical sockets. So something that I think is of value is one of those one of the plugs that has an extension for 3 plugs, for example. When you plug it in and there's 3 extra slots, something like that can become of great value. That way, you guys can all charge your phones at the same time and not have to share just 2 plugs. So if you can bring a strip or one of just the simple plug-ins that has 3 additional slots, That'd be a good idea. Mosquito repellent for sure. Okay, we're going down the tropics. Mosquitoes will be around, especially when we're down in Hopkins. If you're out by the beach around sunset, the mosquitoes, they get hungry. So definitely bring some repellent. And guys, again, just for safe travel and a general recommendation for future trips, only bring down what you really need, because don't bring down something that if you lose it or if it gets damaged or destroyed, that it's going to put a damper on your trip. We want you to have a perfect time, so only bring down what you really need. Guys, the internet does tend to be slower where we're going, so Netflix, FaceTime, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, just forget about it. Wait till you get back home, and really embrace yourself. Embrace yourself in the local culture as much as possible. Sorry, did you guys have a question over there?
No. Go ahead. Sorry, we're just laughing at your comment.
Yeah. No Netflix and chill on the trip. Okay, you guys will be all right.
Wow. Okay. I got you.
I'll just play. We'll continue on. Guys, so the US dollar equals 2 Belize dollars, okay? US money is accepted everywhere you go, but bring down smaller bills, okay? We will take you to the ATM upon arrival. So it's very important that you have a debit card with you that is activated, that works, that you know the PIN. And it's very important that you inform your bank that you're going to be out of the country during those dates, because more often than not, they'll block your card because they think that they think that it's fraud on your card, so they'll block it for your safety. But anyway, notify your bank that you're going to be out of the country. Have a debit card that's activated so you can use the local ATMs to withdraw local Belize dollars. And remember, yes, you can use U.S. money while you're down there, but don't bring all of your spending money in U.S. currency. I prefer if you're not carrying around that amount of money on you, just in case you lose it, in case you're pickpocketed or something like that. So let's travel smart and use the ATMs when we can. And again, we're going to take you there first stop on the way. Okay. But $1 US, 2 Belize dollars, so it's a good exchange rate. Snorkelers, you guys can, if you do have your own gear, you can bring it down, but all of this is provided to you, so it's not necessary at all, and it's all top quality. So you really don't need to bring down. You don't really need to bring down your own gear unless you unless you have it and you really love it, then you can bring it. Okay. Photocopy or scan copy of the medical form. Rev, did I send you the link to the medical form yet that we have on the website?
Not yet. You did not.
Okay, so we have an electronic medical form that everybody can fill out on the website. Well, I'm going to make a note real quick. Let me write that down. Send medical form. I'll send you the link to this medical form, and then if everybody can complete that and email that back or submit it through the website, that'd be great. Now, that stays 100% confidential, but we do need that in case there is an emergency, and the file will only be accessed if there is an emergency. So that way we're aware of any allergies, anything like that. So that way if something happens, we can get that necessary information to the physician, to the local clinic right away. Okay, so we take your safety very seriously, and we need everybody to fill that out. So I'll send you that link. It's just it'll take 10 minutes tops to complete. Okay, passport. I think everybody has their, as of this morning or yesterday. You sent me. I think we have everybody's passport information. So congratulations. That's good for 10 years, guys. You need, again, notify your bank you're going to be out of the country. To and from the airport, the day of departure. Are you going to be carpooling? Is everybody going to the airport independently? How are you guys handling that?
We can't do it like we did last year. I think Godfrey took us to the airport.
No. I mean, arriving. I mean, getting to the Austin airport.
Yeah, no, I'm going to arrange, we will have transportation, and we'll go as a group.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so in that case, just again, just build in some cushion time, so you don't have to rush. Let's see here. Okay, guys, below this is these are the names of the places we're staying, along with their contact numbers. You can pass this to your loved ones, so in case there's any kind of emergency, they need to reach you, they'll know where you are. Okay, so you can pass them this contact information as well as the itinerary of the trip, and they'll be able to reach you. Again, I'll also be on ground with you as well as a couple other guides. They can contact my number there, the +1 405. They can contact my number as well, in case they need anything. Not a problem. These are all the places we're staying. Belize City, we're staying at the Bell Cove. San Ignacio, we're staying at Venus Hotel. Hopkins, we're staying at the Funky Dodo Hostel. Don't let the name throw you off. It's a super cute place. It's great. The owners are pretty hysterical. I'll be on the ground with you guys as well as a couple other guides. We'll be hopping in between different trips. That's my mobile number. You can contact me there. And then here, guys, just in case of emergency, you have emergency contact information. Okay. Let's scroll down to the itinerary real quickly. We'll just go through this briefly, and then I'll answer any questions you guys have about anything. So again, Saturday, you guys will fly to Belize City. We'll pick you up at the airport. We'll get you checked in. We'll get you comfortable. We'll do a program orientation. We'll give you a little orientation tour around Belize City, and then we'll go for our welcome dinner at Miss Marvis. The next day, you'll attend service in the morning, and then we're going to have a 2.5-hour bus ride with Godfrey to San Ignacio in the Cayo district, closer to the Guatemala border. And we're going to go to Cornerstone Foundation. We're going to have an orientation there. You guys are going to meet Anthony. We're going to discuss the program. We're going to get ready. We're going to prepare supplies. And then we'll do an orientation around San Ignacio, show you where everything is, because that's going to be your base for the week. The next day in the morning, we'll have breakfast together. We'll go to Cornerstone Foundation. We'll start to meet. We'll get everything set up for the day. The students will arrive. The elementary students will start arriving. We'll assist with preparing the lunches. We'll assist with serving the meals. We'll assist them with homework, schoolwork. We'll play sports with them, games with them in the yard, and mainly, share about your culture, share, and learn about their culture. That's what this is all about. In the afternoon, we'll go to the Cajalpech Mayan ruins, where incredible sunset from above. You guys will have group discussions. There's an opportunity to go swimming in the pool up there if you'd like to. And it's a really, really beautiful spot to look out over the whole region. It's got the best views in the area. So we'll head up there, and you get to see some incredible Mayan ruins. Belize, guys, has more Mayan ruins than any other country in the world. More than Guatemala and more than Mexico are present in Belize. So that used to be the epicenter of the Mayan world. So it's very interesting to see that history and to go on top of these pyramids. So check that out as well. They're fascinating. The next day, we will do the same thing in the morning, breakfast together, and then we'll go to Cornerstone, repeat the service projects, and in the afternoon we're going to start the mural project. So, Rev, have you been in touch with Anthony recently over the past weeks? Have you guys been discussing the mural topic for this year?
I have not, so I need to contact him.
No, I can put you two in contact. You know how it is. You know how it is in Belize. They're very laid back. So I'll remind him to touch base with you, just to see if you guys wanted to start brainstorming a little bit on ideas prior, or start practicing in any stencils or anything like that. I mean, last year's turned out it was wonderful. It was very, very beautiful. But just based on what you learned from last year, if you want to start working on anything prior to that, I was just gonna I'll put you in contact with Anthony if you want to discuss opportunities or ideas for this year's topic or theme.
That would be great, because there was an expectation, I think, last year that we didn't touch on. That it would be wonderful if we can avoid that this year.
Yeah, that way,
That
less stress for you guys, and you already go down with a clear vision, and you're prepared, and then make something even more elaborate than last year. Always getting better. But last year's was beautiful, and it's still in great condition. Eric was there not too long ago, and he took a picture in front of it. It still looks beautiful, and the local community, they're always asking when are they going to have the next one. So that's good. Yeah, and then the next day, same thing, guys. Breakfast all together, volunteer projects at Cornerstone, and then we're going to go for chocolate making, and we'll learn all about making chocolate the traditional way, and you'll get to eat plenty of that. And it's very educational. It's and a lot of fun as well.
will be at will there be like we did last, one group at Cornerstone and another group going to Saint Helena?
I'm going to confirm that, but I believe so. I believe they're going to split the groups like they did last year. One will be across the way in Santa Elena, and then one group will be in San Ignacio as well. Yes, I believe that's still the plan. I'll confirm that with Anthony. Let me just take a little note here. Confirm split group. All right, gotcha. And then, guys, we're going to go to Zunan Tunich Mayan ruins. These are some of the most impressive. It's massive. This former, as we call it, compound, but it's beautiful. It's a huge pyramid, and then there's many other smaller ones around, and it's very impressive. So you guys will go visit there with a professional guide, and he'll bring the Mayan history to life for you. The next day is kind of the Cornerstone Foundation Fun Day. We're all going to meet up at Santa Elena. We're going to do presentations. We're going to do songs. We're going to do dance. We're going to do skits. All different types of fun things. And if you want to, Rev, if you'd like to add in anything, if you guys want to brainstorm, maybe bring in the feedback from the 3 that were on the trip last year and talk about new ideas, and start brainstorming even in advance. Then we could probably even take it to the next level. And then anything that you need from us, like if we need more music or anything like that, we'll make sure that we provide that for you guys. And then we'll spend the day with all of the kids doing that. And then in the afternoon, we're going to head down south to Hopkins, and that'll be on the coast. So we're going to move from inland, from kind of more of the jungle, down to the coast, to the Caribbean. And that evening we'll do Griffin and drum lessons, and we'll experience the local cuisine, the food. And then the next day we're going to go out on the sea, and we'll see all of the wildlife, the marine life. And you'll see lots of interesting things. You'll see nurse sharks. They're safe. Don't worry. You'll see stingrays. You'll see all types of schools of fish in the underwater world. And everybody has life jackets and everything. So everyone can do it. And I remember last year we had a few of the travelers that were a bit nervous to get in, but once they got in, they really loved it. So it's a great experience, and it's very professional. Everybody's safe, so safety is number one priority. And that evening we'll have an awesome farewell dinner, program closing, little goodbye party, and then the next day we'll head back to Belize City to the airport, and we'll fly back home to Austin. So that's the itinerary. And plus, there's many more things that will happen throughout the week during free time, and we'll make sure you guys have an incredible experience. Yeah, Rev, if you'd like, we could. If there's any questions at all, I'm here to answer those. So you guys can just fire away. Let me know.
Question?
The bags I have.
So let's talk about that, because we want to keep that from happening. So we'll talk about that. She was asking about the luggage and carry-on, but we're going to address that. She can get a bag. It's really not expensive at all.
Like, I have a bag, but I need to pack in case. I'm not sure, but I need to pack.
Let's talk about it. Okay, that's a question that we'll deal with on this end. A question?
One question I have is, how much money would you say we would need to bring? And so let's start with that. How much money would you say we would need to bring on average?
Very good
Cody.
question. Okay, so let's talk about like average meal cost. Okay, guys,
Okay.
an average meal if you're eating like local food, it's and which is really good. A local dish is normally rice and beans, salad, chicken, and like plantains. Okay, that'll be like a local dish, and then a few other versions of that. That's normally around five US. Okay, but I'm also going to show you a couple other places where you can eat even cheaper. They have some really good Mexican and Guatemalan street food where they do tacos and they do burritos and all this kind of stuff, and it's really cheap. You can eat for, I mean, Rev, how many times did we go over there and eat for just like $2 and we're completely stuffed? You know what I mean? It's
Quite a bit. I like the little taco place. I stayed over there. So
yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
They're like 25 or 50 cent tacos. So I mean, there's all types of budgets. So to answer your question, everybody's budget's different. It depends on how many souvenirs and things you want to buy. But what I would recommend is I think if you bring down 100 $200, that's more that you'll be totally fine. What I would recommend you do is calculate the meals that aren't included. So when you guys are at Cornerstone Foundation, you guys will have lunch with the you'll have lunch with the students each day. Did Rev, did they feed they fed the group at Santa Elena last year as well, right?
I I'm not. I don't remember. I know I didn't eat. So I don't think so.
Okay,
I'm not 100%.
let me double check that because I know the Cornerstone group they ate almost every day with the students over there. Let me double check on that. But I would say 100 200 you're fine. Activities are all included. Basically, you need food money for, let's see here, one, two, three, four, five, six nights. You need dinner money. And then also assume that maybe you need 6 days of lunch money, but I'm pretty sure lunch is included at Cornerstone. I'm going to confirm that and let you know, but I think you'll be fine with that. Now, drinks and stuff like that. If you're getting like natural fruit drinks and stuff like that, it's normally about $2 for a drink like that. So it's very comparable to what you might spend back home if you get like a smoothie. Down there, it's about $2 for a fresh mango or pineapple drink or something like that. So I think you'll definitely be fine with that, guys. You have a huge breakfast every day as well. You get to pick anything off the menu. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. The coral reef snorkeling's included in Hopkins. So maybe if you want to, and later in the afternoon that day, if you want to rent a bicycle or something like that, it's going to be about $5. So yeah, anywhere 100 200 you'll be good.
Any other questions?
I'll show you all the. Yeah, go ahead. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
How soon will we get the email of the itinerary?
Oh yeah, I'll send this to you over tomorrow. First thing.
Okay.
Put a little note here. Email itinerary. Yeah.
You're gonna send that to me because he doesn't have anybody else's email.
Yes.
You're gonna send it to me and then I'll send it out. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll send that to you in the morning.
Anyone else? No questions?
Guys,
No more questions.
guys, the people are wonderful, and you're gonna make a lot of friends. And the locals they loved the HTU group last year. So I know they will this year as well. So yeah, you guys are gonna love San Ignacio. You're gonna have a lot of fun, and you're gonna love the kids that you're working with each day. And it'll be an eye opening experience. Seeing how happy people can be with a lot less than what we have in the States. So yeah, they really appreciate life even if they have hard times. So it's a good it's a good eye opening experience. I think. Wouldn't you say so, Rev?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you say it's a nice eye opening experience?
Yes, it's an amazing experience. We have a short video. I think I'm gonna try to show it to them. If we can find it, I'll put it on YouTube. But yes, students love it. I mean, it's an eye opening. It's an awesome. It's an amazing experience.
Excellent.
Amazing.
I would love to see that video, Rev. If you find it, yeah, please send it to me in email. That'd be great.
Okay, we'll absolutely do that.
All right, perfect. Well, guys, if you have any questions at all, let Rev know, or and he'll pass them on to me, and I'm here to help you guys with everything. And I'll see you on March 10th in Belize City. Get excited! We're gonna have a blast.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And Christian will make sure that you have a good time, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have fun.
Yeah, Christian will be there with us.
That's right.
Yeah. He liked us last year, so he liked taking me out with us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It didn't even feel like work.
That's a good thing. All right, so looks like we're good. And I will be in touch, and we'll talk before that time. Maybe I'm sure through email, and we'll see you in Belize City.
All right, we'll see you there. Take care, everybody. Have a good evening. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. See you guys soon. Bye bye.
All right.